Hi everybody, welcome back to CC and Lulu. Today we've got a humdinger of a video for you today. A Scrumdiddlyicious. It's our favorite summer treats that we like to make and enjoy.
Everything is gluten-free and dairy-free, and these are just 4 of the many summer treats that we love during the summer, but these are some of our absolute favorites that we make quite often.
Yes.
So we have some frozen grapes, some cookie ice cream sandwiches, some chocolate-covered bananas, and some sorbet. So let's get busy making all of these summer treats.
Okay, for our first favorite summer treat, we're going to make a strawberry. It's kind of between an ice cream and a sherbet. And you don't have to have an ice cream maker to make this. You can freeze it in your freezer and it still scoops out really nicely like soft serve. But I'm going to use my ice cream maker. But you do need a food processor for this because you're going to use frozen fruit. So we're going to start. And I don't really have exact measurements of the fruit. It's kind of so it's probably about 3 cups. I would say this is a 14-cup capacity, so maybe it's more like 4 cups of frozen strawberries. And then I cut up 1 banana. It's a pretty decent sized banana, and put it in a bowl and put it in the freezer. Now we're going to use, this is only 4 ingredients, folks. Your frozen strawberries or any fruit that you want to use. Your frozen banana, some coconut cream of coconut. It's not coconut milk. You want cream of coconut. And this is going to give it that smoother, kind of ice creamish feel. It takes about 3 tablespoons of this. And this is not easy to find. The best place to look for this, I have found, is in the alcoholic beverage section where you find stuff to make mixed drinks, because this is used a lot, like I guess for pina coladas and stuff like that. So I'm using some of the fat on top and some of the juice underneath. I'm going to put 4 big spoonfuls. You know, I'm going to blend this, and because everything's so frozen, it does take a little bit of a few minutes to blend this. And as I go, as it starts to break down, it's going to get really tight, and so you need some water on the side just to pour in little bits at a time. So here we go. Okay, you can see how tight this gets because of all the frozen fruit, so I need to get more water. After this is all blended up, I'm going to taste it because I might want to add a little bit of honey or agave to it, just to make it, if I want it any sweeter, or I could add more of the coconut, cream of coconut in there as well. Okay, I'm going to taste this, see if I think it needs a little more sweetening. Oh, that is really good. But I think I want it a little bit sweeter. I'm going to add a little honey. Little dab will do ya. Okay, now, if you have an ice cream maker, you can put this in your ice cream maker. If you don't, you could pour this in a dish, a bowl, or a 9x13, and put it in your freezer for, I'd say, at least 4 hours. And just kind of check it and see, you want it to still be a little bit soft, kind of like a soft serve. But I'm going to put it in my ice cream maker and churn it. Okay, so I've got my handy dandy Cuisinart ice cream maker that I love. And when you're using this, you always want to turn it on first and get that drum rolling, otherwise it'll seize. Okay, so.
So for our next fun summer treat, we have chocolate covered bananas. And this is very easy and simple and a very delicious, cold and refreshing treat. All you need to make this is a banana, some chocolate to melt. To make this dairy-free, we are using Enjoy Life dark chocolate morsels, and these are very good. The Enjoy Life chocolate is really good, a good substitute for regular chocolate. You need a cup or a glass to melt the chocolate in the microwave, and you want a glass that's tall because you want to pour the chocolate in and melt it, and then you want to be able to dip the banana in it. So you don't want to use a big bowl because then it'll be hard to get the banana dipped in there properly. Then the last thing, this is kind of optional, but you can use popsicle sticks. This makes it a lot easier to eat once it's made. So let's get started. So I'm going to fill my glass with the chocolate. I'm going to fill it a little over halfway. Now, like any chocolate, you don't want it to seize up when you're heating it up, so you just want to microwave it for short intervals and keep stirring in between. So I do about 20 seconds each time and then stir it, and then another 20 seconds and then stir it until it's perfectly smooth. Okay, now our chocolate is thoroughly melted, nice and smooth. Now I'm going to peel my banana. Now I'm just going to cut this banana in half. Now I'm going to put the popsicle stick in. And now I'm going to dip it in the chocolate. You can kind of take a spoon and get it up all the way around the banana. And there we have a beautiful chocolate covered banana. Now while these are still wet, you can sprinkle any toppings you want. You could put sprinkles, you could put some Reese's Pieces, some nuts would be good on here, but they're also very delicious just plain. These are just some Reese's Pieces. And now we're going to pop these in the freezer until the chocolate is hard.
Okay, for our next delicious, yummy summer treat, my all-time fave are frozen grapes. These are so refreshing and delicious. They're sweet. Sometimes if I just feel like ice cream or something like that, I will take a little bowl of these, and it's so satisfying. It's almost like a grape popsicle. What I do is I buy my grapes, I wash them really well, take them off their vine, and wash them really well in a colander. Then I dry them really, really well. Then I spread them out on a cookie sheet and pop them in the freezer in a single layer. And when they're all frozen, I just put them in a bowl or in a Ziploc baggie, and then you have them ready to enjoy. Yummy.
Now our next summer treat are these Oreo ice cream sandwich cookies. Ooh,
Yum,
these are
yum.
delicious. These are one of my favorites.
Now you can use regular Oreo cookies if you want, and you just leave the cream in them. You separate them, and then you put your ice cream of choice. I use a small scoop. We are using the
K2s.
The K2s. These are the gluten-free, dairy-free Oreo substitute that we really, really like. And then I have filled in there with my homemade dairy-free ice cream, and we have a video on that. So if you're interested in a recipe of how to make dairy-free ice cream, by all means check that out. But these are so delicious, and actually you can use any cookie you want and make them as big or as small. We like these. They're just a individual little bite-sized numminess to enjoy in the hot summer days.
Yes.
So these are, for us, we really like this size. But if you're going to do a party or whatever, you could just buy some large cookies if you want for a kid's party or for anything. It's just nice to have them in the freezer, and you can grab one to go.
I'm a huge Oreo fan. So these just make the perfect ice cream sandwich because the Oreo gets a little bit soft, but it still has that Oreo taste to it. So I love these. Cece had the brilliant idea of making these, and I've been in love ever since.
So these are really easy to make. All you need is your cookie of choice. Today we have these Enjoy Life. They're gluten-free, dairy-free, egg-free cookies, brownie bites. They're really delicious. And then your ice cream of choice. Now this is a good brand, this Halo Top. this entire pint, it says the number on here is how many calories are in this entire pint. And it's okay, it's not my favorite. Of course, I like the high-fat Haagen-Dazs dairy-free. That's our top choice of dairy-free ice cream, the Haagen-Dazs.
But this is dairy-free and vegan, so it's another good option, especially if you're watching your calories.
Okay, so to do this, get 2 cookies. And kind of squish it down.
Take some of the excess ice
Off
cream
the
off.
edge. Yum, yum. Look at that. And that's all there is to that. And then if I want to, I could roll that in something. Nuts, little mini M&Ms, sprinkles. So it's dairy-free, gluten-free, egg-free, and it really is delicious. You don't feel like you're missing out on anything or like it's a substitution. It is truly delicious.
So now we can just pop this in the freezer and let this set.
We showed you 4 of our very favorite summer treats. We've got our frozen grapes, our Oreo and our brownie bite ice cream sandwiches.
And we have our chocolate covered bananas and our sorbet. So let's try these treats now on camera.
I want one of these puppies. Mmm. Oh my goodness, that's so good.
Mmm. There's gonna be chocolate everywhere. I started making these a couple years ago because my husband loves bananas, so he begs me to make these in the summertime. I think it's a winner.
Definitely a winner. Mmm. Ooh.
Oh my word.
Heaven.
I love these.
Let's taste this.
Sorbet.
Yum. Mmm. That is so good. It's really refreshing. It's kind of between a sorbet and a sherbet. I think because of the coconut cream in there, it makes it a little creamier than a sorbet is. That is delicious. Grape.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you're able to make some of these delicious, yummy treats for you and your family. Remember to tag us on social media, on Instagram and Facebook, and take a peek at our Etsy shop. We've got all our American Girl doll creations on there,
Yes.
all at CC and LULU.
Let us know in the comments down below what your favorite summer treat is, and if you make any special homemade summer treat that you love. We'd love to try something new too, so let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video.
We love you, Priceless Beauties. Have a wonderful day.
Bye.
Bye.